Hello, mis amores. I hope you're doing great. And today is Demi Lovato's birthday. So everyone say happy birthday, Demi, because I'm sure Demi watches my videos. Yeah. Birthday. Demi, send me your cookbook so I can try it. And in celebration of Demi's birthday, I thought, what difficult thing could I make to make my life hell? It honestly doesn't have anything to do with Demi's birthday, obviously. I still wanted to challenge myself because last week I baked a lot of cookies and they all went really great. And that basically got me feeling super confident. What's wrong with being? And therefore, I want to make something super difficult. I also saw videos like this on, what's his name? Channel. It was super funny and I like watching his videos, so I'm gonna link that down below. He made a couple of difficult things, but the one that I've watched was chocolate souffle, and I was like, okay, I guess I won't be making that. But something that has been on my agenda forever is a croissant, or puff pastry in general, or some pain au chocolat. Pain au chocolat. Hopefully I won't be feeling that pain, more of the bread and less of the pain. Also, I feel like I need to hold myself up because I trained legs earlier and like they're done. They're done for today, which is not great because obviously I will be standing quite a lot in this video. Actually, you will be seeing me tomorrow as well because one of the reasons why I never really wanted to make puff pastry is if you don't make a rough puff, it's gonna take you like a day to make puff pastry. And who has the patience to make something that will probably be mediocre at... No, we're manifesting a great pain of chocolate. No one has ever made that joke before, like always. I always come up with jokes. Watch me not struggle. Guys, I'm a baking professional now. I know patisserie. What's the person who does patisserie called? Patissier? Yeah, patissier. Puff pastry is made of fairly simple ingredients, but the process is just where things can go wrong. I didn't want to yawn. You make a dough without butter because the butter you will leave very cold and basically create a block of butter that you then incorporate as a whole into that dough. You fold it in a particular way so that eventually the butter that you've incorporated layer for layer for layer will create the layers of a puff pastry or a croissant. And the better you are at that, the more layers and the flakier your puff pastry will be. The reason I've chosen to make this though is Great British Bake Off. Ever since I started watching Great British Bake Off, probably like 15 years ago, I've been afraid of making puff pastry because they make it out to be the most complicated and craziest thing you could ever bake. I'm not even afraid of making a chocolate souffle. I'm afraid of making puff pastry. Sometimes they would make a rough puff and that looks easier obviously, but whenever they have to make a proper puff pastry, that just shaped me into the person I am today. Afraid of making puff pastry. But today, we shall face our fears because, again, we're professionals now. Let's go. I lost my recipe. So we will need 500 grams of flour, 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast, 50 grams of sugar, 300 milliliters of warm milk. You can also use oat milk, and a teaspoon of salt. And then to make the pain au chocolat, you will need 250 grams of cold butter, which is still in the fridge. I don't want to touch it anymore. I want it to be cold. Well, and about 120 grams of dark chocolate. I bought 2 kinds. I don't know if you've ever had a pain au chocolat, but technically there are these sticks in there that I couldn't buy and ordering it would have taken too long. And that might change because in the end later tomorrow, we're gonna need a tablespoon of oat milk and half a tablespoon of maple syrup as a glaze. But I feel like a normal croissant or pain au chocolat, I would assume it's glazed with egg, no? That's a tomorrow issue. Let's make the dough first. I'm actually gonna start by slightly heating up the milk because we need it to be warm. Do they not know I'm making croissants? Oh, you're so far away because I technically wanted you to be able to see both me and what I'm doing. That's not gonna happen, so second camera it is. Here we've got the 500 grams of flour. To it, we shall add the 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. We add 50 grams of flour. And that is not flour. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a bit surprised that we're not activating the yeast on its own with the milk, but 1 teaspoon of salt seems like a lot. Give that a nice mix. Then we add the warm milk. Unfortunately, again, I don't have a stand mixer, so I'm gonna have to do this by hand for about 10 minutes. Yay. Oh, I love this. Nothing's to say because life has been uninteresting. Otherwise, I would bring back podcast videos, but I've just got nothing to say. I don't think I can be a baker, honestly, guys. I feel like this is routine for bakers and this is pain au chocolat to me. Okay, we're getting there. All right. Oh, in the meantime, I'm also gonna preheat the oven just to like, I don't know, 50 degrees Celsius. We're just gonna have to let it rest in a warm place. I'm gonna turn the oven off after like 2 minutes or so. Thank God I didn't work out my arms today because 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, here's our beautiful dough. Looks like a beautiful ball. Very pretty. Now we dampen a towel. Nice. Cover our dough and into my warm oven it goes for an hour. Rise, my little baby, rise up. Rise like the day, now rise up. I'm gonna make some lunch, but I've already had a Snicker, like a fake Snickers, and some more chocolate because, guys, my chocolate cravings, you can see it on my forehead. My sweet tooth is crazy, so my lunch is not gonna be very big. Ta-da! That's really good. It's not usually this good. Guten Tag. Salut! We have to start laminating now. That is if our dough looks great. You look first! It has risen. Laminating is the process of incorporating the butter. We have to do that process 3 times. That's why it takes so long. Usually, or that's how I know it from Great British Bake Off at least, you would like basically take your butter and like you know, until you have a nice rectangle. But the recipe I'm following, and it also makes sense to me, it just slices the butter into like same size pieces. We're gonna do that. 250 grams, like I said. Oh, that's so satisfying. Now comes the interesting part, I guess. Flour on our surface. Don't be shy. Hello, my baby. We need a rectangle of 35 by 15 centimeters. Ah, it feels so soft. It kind of already is that size. How do I make corners? Okay, to be fair, my inspo is even less rectangular, so I think I'm good like this. It just seems way too thick for me. I'm gonna roll it out a little bit more. Okay, this is kind of where I want to have my butter. It's crazy to think that we're gonna incorporate all of this butter, right? Let's lay it all down. Down, down, down. You are one. Well, guys, we have 1 piece left. Otherwise, it would have fit perfectly. Ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. My block of butter. I guess this is where things can go south. We really gotta seal the butter very well because the main issue with croissants or when making croissants is butter leaking. I also wonder, how did anyone ever come up with this recipe? Like, now take this third of the dough and seal it. You have been sealed. Take the other side and do the same thing again. Seal both sides. It's just there's so much flour, it's not sticking together. Mosquito. Guys, I'm being distracted. This is unfair. So I've sealed this. Now we have to roll it into yet another rectangle. But I'm wondering if I have to turn it already. Like if I have to do it like this. Oh God, I'm afraid. Let's go. Maybe turn it around. I don't know. Maybe that helps. I'm gonna be slow and gentle because we don't want any butter leaking. I don't appreciate the shape of it right now. And now what do I do? What do I do? I really don't know why this happened. And it's like such a huge hole. I'm gonna have to hope that me covering it up now, like this, is gonna be enough sealage. Like, this will just have to be enough. I think I was too scared. Fridge for 30 minutes. Hello, unfortunately it's only been 30 minutes. I'm still sad. This time we do no longer have to incorporate any butter. It should be within the dough, sealed and beautiful. Carefully. Top first, bottom second, and back into the fridge it goes. Now it's a square. This is what I wanted. See you in another 30 minutes. The final round. Guys, 30 minutes are so short. It didn't help that I fell asleep. I took a nap. It just keeps rising and rising and rising. We gotta do the same process one more time. Butter. I need you to hide in there. Okay, whatever. Ouch. Guys, oh my God. Why? Oh my God. I want to go back to napping because this, I do not want to look at this. There is no saving this. Oh my God, I have a lot of feelings right now. I don't know where to go with them. Like, I don't know how to be normal about this right now. There's just no way this happened. There is no way. You are the worst thing to have ever happened to humankind. You're literally the ugliest thing ever. Why the fuck would you do this to me? You know I'm a fragile human being, and here you are doing this fucking shit. It's okay, we're gonna stay positive. We're gonna have something tomorrow. Yay, I love having something. I will be a different human being. This will have turned out nicely. I will probably buy more butter because I will probably make this again tomorrow. It was a new dawn, a new day. Everything went great. Everything was really greatly structured. I followed a different tutorial and it worked out even better until it didn't. Until it got even worse. What? I'm at a loss for words. I continued making this dough regardless, but let's continue with my previous dough, I guess. Hi guys, I am so excited to keep filming this video. I am so excited. All right, here we've got Miss Dough from yesterday. Miss Dough, actually this must be a man because this is fucked up. This is Mr. Dough from yesterday. It has still risen a little bit more. I can see butter. So we want a nice rectangle. Oh God, the butter. Oh no, it's ripping already. Oh my God. Oh, butter. I love you so much, butter. Now cut for real. I'm so sad. Perfectly fine. We do, you know, we love a bit of butter excess. Okay, each of these rectangles, we're gonna roll out even more. There just ain't no way that I can remain positive about this, right? No, there's absolutely no way I can remain positive about this when even me editing this video right now can't remain positive about this. I am not an angry person. and I'm angry right now just watching this. So let me just put on some nice music for all of us. Maybe put a little bit of sparkle on the footage, and then let's pretend like butter wasn't leaking left and right, up and down, top to bottom. We're just gonna fill up our rectangles with a bit of chocolate, roll it up, then let it proof for another 2 hours, and eventually put them into the oven for 15 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius. Everyone breathe, and here's our result. You know what? I've gained a little bit of confidence just because it smells really good in here. Ta-da! I mean, to be fair, you can guess what they're supposed to be. The crust, it doesn't look very good. It doesn't, I know. It looks like plain old bread and stuff. But look, we've got layers, honey. Those are layers. Wow, this is the one, guys. See, even the ugly one isn't that ugly anymore. I mean, I guess they're gonna have to cool a little bit. Can't wait, I'm impatient. Maybe I'll wait 15 minutes for the ugly ones to be done, and then I can try the other ones. 15 minutes of pain. No chocolate. Okay, I've got 3 more minutes left on the timer, but I do want them to still be warm or fresh out the oven when I try them. What I didn't even appreciate is that, I mean, you can't really see anymore. There was no butter leaking for some odd reason, and I was only made aware by looking at the other batch. Actually, it's not looking too bad either. You know, they've been through it, guys. They've been through it. Honestly, for my first pain au chocolat, they don't look too bad. The only thing is, something was wrong with the glaze because mine kind of looked dry. Can you see how they're kind of matte? I just really need them to be flaky, but not flaky on me, you know? I need them to communicate. I need them to talk to me, reassure me, and actually hang out when we said we were gonna hang out. I got the wrong kind of chocolate. So this was slightly flaky. Okay, I mean, this is giving pain au chocolat, right? Look at this, it's kind of flaky. Let's try this. I don't care what anyone else says, but this is giving croissant. There's no one else to say anything. It's just me, but you can trust me. Cheers. My pastry, it's a little bit tough. It's a little bit chewy. It's not flaky enough. For whatever reasons, my standards that I set for myself are way higher than just home baking. With no expertise, no education or anything, I feel like it should be better than this. I expected more from myself. With that energy, I tried to salvage my second dough that I made the next day. Well, let's just say I couldn't save it, but I did fill them with other stuff as well, like cinnamon and sugar, brie, and a fig jam, and also Biscoff cream. They were tasty, but they were not pain au chocolat. I don't care. I like it. I like them. It's so nice with the melted chocolate in the middle. Now, did I fail or not? Because I'm really happy with the result. Like, I know I could be happier, but they're really great. They taste great. They're edible. But obviously, I know a lot of things have gone wrong. I probably couldn't serve them on the Great British Bake Off, but guys, just a reminder, am I a contestant on the Great British Bake Off? No, I'm not. It's for home bakers. I'm not a home baker. I'm gonna eat them up with a coffee right now, just like I normally would with a pain au chocolat that I haven't had in years. Now I will have to flake on you guys because I'm leaving. But I will not flake on you next week because I will be back, just like always. But until then, I will have to go and think of a new project. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Y entonces nos vemos for the next challenge. Chocolate souffle? Y bye!